And I'll be happy to send you that link. So let's begin. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let's begin. So I asked for 2 events around Trump's presidency this week, but you know that I always get a lot of layers in my readings, and I'm going to try to go through it as quickly as I can, and hopefully, you'll be able to follow. But we're starting off with the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is telling me that the first event involves travel backwards in time or to past history. This past history could include someone's childhood, old archives like a yearbook. Could be someone's children's history. It could be travel back into someone's bank history, tax history, or vault. All right, and there's going to be rapid changes happening as a result of this inquiry back. Things will be happening fast. So right off the bat, I feel like we're referring to events surrounding the Kavanaugh background check or FBI inquiry, and also an inquiry into, or the probe into an event that involves foreign money, foreign travel, and money and property, as well as involving Trump and his children. Okay. Who or what is involved with this event is a very conniving person, whether it be Kavanaugh, Trump Jr., Trump himself, or a family member, or a cabinet member, okay, or a group of conniving people. That's who this card stands for. Trump Jr., a family member could be Ivanka. It could be someone who's a cabinet member on Trump's team. It could be, I said Kavanaugh, right? And, or a group of conniving people, a network of people who are in a tight web of lies, a web network. All right. How this event is going to affect Trump. I feel like this card is not only Trump's feelings, actions, and reactions, but it's going to be the feelings, actions, and reactions of who is involved here, which I said was Trump Jr., Kavanaugh, a group of conniving people. I always want to say conniving men, but a group of conniving people. Could be women involved too. And also, I'm feeling like this is also the collective energy, like the American citizens, okay? So just to jump back to this card, as a collective, I feel that our energy is that we are, we're feeling victimized, that our what we're entitled to, our votes, our ability to elect our leader is in jeopardy, right? Our freedoms and our rights, like procreation rights and all that, birth control rights, that is in jeopardy. So there's a strong collective energy of being swindled here by the government, swindled by the current administration, swindled by this group of men, and a lot of anxiety behind that, okay? So, and then the group of men, they're worried about losing their cushy position, and Trump is worried about losing his cushy position, and Kavanaugh is worried about losing what he feels he's entitled to, okay? So, all because of this inquiry, all because of this probe into the past. And there's an effort to block this probe by this energy, whoever it is that I called out. This could also be one of Trump's family members, okay? Not just a cabinet member, but a literal family member, Trump Jr. or Ivanka or someone else. That's what this event is involving. And whoever it is, they're lying. Whoever it is, they do feel entitled. Whoever it is, they feel that they are plotting and scheming, or they feel plotted and schemed against, okay? We all share the energy. There are plots and schemes. This is a card about plots and schemes, and it's next to a card where it has plots in it. So there's a double plot and scheme. I would have to read this as there's a double agent present here. But we'll go back to this area in a minute. If this is Trump's energy, but also the other people that I've called out, we're all sharing this collective energy, but mainly from Trump's perspective, there's a sense of, I'm ruined. It could be Kavanaugh. He's coming out strong in this too. I'm ruined. My whole life is ruined. They may be afraid of what's ahead, and what's ahead could be prison. This is a mental prison, and this is an actual physical prison, incarceration. We all collectively feel that way, because even if Kavanaugh is feeling and Trump Jr. are feeling like they could be facing prison because of this backwards probe, then also the American people feel like we're facing potential enslavement to a judge, someone sitting on a bench, and we're stuck with this for life. So there's that collective fear as well being called out in this energy. And then Trump could be feeling like, hey, it's all my fault that Kavanaugh's not going to get this. It's all my fault that my son is going to prison. It's all my fault, right? But I don't want to deal with that, and I'm not listening to what anybody has to say. I'm desperate, and I cry in private. I'm desperate, and I cry in private, and I'm probably going a little insane, and I'm just channeling whoever's energy this is, feeling like it's everybody sharing this energy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Really? Has it come to this? Is this for real? Everybody is thinking that. Now, who's in Trump's head? We've got this Hadi Avenatti. I'm sure it's him. This could also be any investigator or person of learning, so like an investigator. So there's a lot of fearfulness in the mind of Trump, Kavanaugh, Trump Jr., and the collective. And what's in our mind a lot is this investigation or this lawyer is what's occupying our thoughts. So I think Avenatti has a big part to play in. I don't know if his witnesses are going to be interviewed in the probe, but I do think that his witnesses may be filing some sort of criminal proceedings against Kavanaugh in the future. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. And Trump has several reasons to be fearing Avenatti behind certain things. Again, this could also be representing the investigation itself, the investigation into an inquiry into what Trump did recklessly on Air Force One by falsifying documents for his son. About the adoptions, we have Russian adoptions here. Falsity means adoptions, and then this would mean foreign adoptions, which means sanctions in a political code, Russian sanctions. So I feel like that's all coming to play, that's being probed into, and it's all my fault. My karma. Did I tell you that this card means karma? There's karmic ties here. So the karmic tie could be one of actual, like, my deeds are coming back to get me. My accumulated deeds are now showing up again. Or it could mean that my DNA is involved, my children. My child. I don't think Trump is all that torn up, but I think that he wants to do what he can to save Trump Jr., but not at his not as at his own sake. There's a dog eat dog energy here that everybody is sharing. You know, it's us or them. That there's a dog eat dog. You know, and only the strongest survive. All right, so let's follow this over to where this event may be headed to. And I feel like we're talking about, I have a card in Sibilla that is called Speranza, and it usually means, and it means hope, not usually, it means hope in English. So it's come to mean Hope Hicks for me. And this card here has come to mean Jeff Flake. Not all the time, but this is a flaky energy. So that's exactly what he is. And there's a lot of, this event is headed towards, you know, what is he going to do? This is someone who's a flake, and they don't always keep their promises. They don't always keep their word. This is someone who's shared classified information, all right? And this is someone who's being unfaithful. They're not able to commit. Can't pin them down. So we definitely have betrayal and unfaithfulness here in connotation with sharing classified information with foreigners. So someone is a traitor here on different levels. There's a traitor of the country. There's traitors in terms of one's relationship or friendships. Okay? People are getting betrayed here. So at the old boys network, the GOP judicial, they're upset because maybe Jeff Flake is going to betray them. Trump is upset. Maybe Flake is going to betray them. Kavanaugh is upset. Flake is going to betray them because they had a real strong, firm pact. I believe they were. I still right now want to say he's going to get confirmed. They are very determined to confirm him, despite his actions, his past actions. But I think that someone from the past may just, and it may be a former friend, or it may be a female colleague, is going to reveal the drunken behavior of Kavanaugh. I feel like Kavanaugh's past actions are going to come back to bite him. His karma is going to come back to bite him. But how will Flake vote? It's tricky because he's so flaky. And like I said, there's such a strong will to put this guy in position. They feel entitled to it. So I confirmed, this is my fifth card that I added to kind of like clarify where this situation is likely to be headed. And we've got the Eight of Diamonds, which is the LaDonna DeServio, the servant in the house. So she works for the house. In this case, the house could be the White House. This person could be working for the White House, so or working for the government, for the court system, for the institution of law. So this can represent a job in those in that area. So is he going to get the job? I mean, now I'm like, is he going to vote for Kavanaugh? Because this is a job in the House. This is also, the card can also represent millions of dollars. It can represent a job of great value and significance. It's all at stake. So Trump is sharing this energy too. Trump Jr., Kavanaugh, they're all worried about their job. They're all worried about their financial future. They're all worried about what they can lose, what they feel entitled to. And what is Kavanaugh gonna? What is Flake gonna do? So I reconfirmed, and I got the Gambler's card reversed. And this is saying that because of someone's because of someone's mental, what do I want to say? What word do I want to say? Because of someone's psychological output, how they're displaying themselves psychologically, that they're being over animated. So this could be Trump, this could be Kavanaugh. It could be because of that it's difficult for society to accept this behavior, right? So I'm seeing this layer into the reading in several ways, but as an outcome of how Flake is likely to vote, I feel like because Kavanaugh showed himself to be a poor candidate because of his outburst, I think that his opportunity is going to fade at the last minute. Society is uncomfortable with placing someone with his kind of temperament on the bench. However, I do see we stuck with someone on the bench for 6 months or 9 months. There's still potential here he'll get confirmed, but I'm feeling like the cards are saying today, because these women, there was a rally of women who refused to take no for an answer. A rally of women who got to Flake, and there may be even more rallies of women speaking out this week on this matter, making a difference, okay? And because of that, the meaning of this card means that I believe, and since it's clarifying Flake's behavior, that he's going to stand alone. He's going to stand alone and follow his moral conscience. And he doesn't feel comfortable putting someone with the temperament and the past history of Kavanaugh on the bench. I feel like he's going to vote against the confirmation, at least this week. That's what I see. Okay, so that my first prediction that he would get confirmed, I guess I'm changing it now, because I feel that the energies have changed. With enough willpower and mindset, there are certain things that you can change, and tarot gives you the opportunity to do that, to see where you're headed and make adjustments. So, yeah, this is going to bump Trump out big time, Kavanaugh out, and I feel like all the parties that I mentioned, not Flake, but are headed towards serious legal problems and possibly imprisonment in the near future, including Kavanaugh. All right. Next, let's go to these linking cards here. They're interacting. They were to clarify cards next to it, but now they're interacting in the reading. So give me a minute to just kind of organize what I want to say. There's some kind of link to tax evasion here as well. But let's go here. I'm gonna start with the second event, and I think that these are gonna kind of slide into it. So the second event involves the thought card. In this card, I'm picking up that this is representing an actual person, a man. It could be Trump, it could be Rosenstein, it could be Mueller. It could be someone else, okay? And I feel like the reading is coming from this person's perspective or way of thinking at this time. How they are considering a matter, excuse me. And I'm seeing that this person is concerned about the possibility of being double-crossed in some kind of way or sabotaged. This person may have that character trait, or they are dealing with someone who has that character trait. So this whole event is centered around the way someone is thinking or considering about a matter. And this event involves a plot, because this is reversed, and that's the meaning of the card when it's reversed. A plot to deceive, to cause harm, to cause an ending to someone's job, maybe to cause death or disaster. Somebody has serious mental issues here. They are pathological. Their mind is contorted. They're filled with fearful thoughts. They're paranoid, persecution mania, and they dwell on conspiracy theories, or they have to deal with conspiracy theories. They have to think about this. They're thinking about this, okay? Any of the men I called out here, Trump, Rosenstein, Mueller, right? For whatever reasons, they have to think about this. Right, and this is where it kind of doubles up and gets a little bit confusing for you guys. I understand what I'm saying, but hopefully you will understand what I'm saying. I feel like this person could be Trump, and he's paranoid that everybody is against him, okay? And he's filled with conspiracy ideas, conspiracy theory ideas, this deep state. Is this real? I feel like this card is acting as a question for everybody. Is this real or is this fake? Is this really happening? Because there's plots everywhere. There really are plots. But are they contrived or are they real? Right? And who's making up these plots? Because everybody's doubling up. Like I said, there's a double agent here. So stay with me. I feel like there is someone here, possibly one of Trump's family members, who is one of Trump's family members or a cabinet member, okay, as a separate thing. In addition, this could be talking about what someone heard or was directed to say about Rosenstein. All in relation to Trump's mental state of mind. Okay, so someone is recording and shared what they observed related to Trump's state of mind. Okay, so that's like the Rosenstein story, and that's someone else, a family member, a cabinet member, plotting and scheming, sharing information, recording information, and sharing information with either Trump, with either Rosenstein, with either Mueller, okay? Or on these people, to these people. Listen to it for a few times and look at the pictures, and hopefully you'll follow what I'm saying. I feel like this Queen of Wands here, she's representing the source of some information. She's either a double agent, she's either a leaker in the cabinet, she's someone who's a backstabber. She could be a family member. She doesn't have to be a she. She could be working on behalf of a group of men, or because something she doesn't want to lose that's dear to her. And what's confusing me is I want to talk about one thing now, but I want to finish what I'm saying here. This is about that 25th Amendment thing. I'm definitely seeing the Rod Rosenstein. I'm seeing the op-ed. Someone may be still leaking information. There may be another article coming out, okay, that's about Trump's mental state. Or there could be more information coming out about what was already released. And and even the, I forget the name of the book, Fear. I think it's called Fear. Trump's mental state is the key here that's being looked into. And he's looking into, in his own private White House interrogations, who is the source of these leaks. He's doing internal interrogations. He's running polygraph tests on people. And he's looking at someone that he used to trust that he doesn't trust anymore. He's looking at them again. Now, this person could be a fire sign individual, a younger female energy, but we also have, in Sibilla, she's younger. In tarot, she could be older. So I can't rule out old or young. In Sibilla, she's relatively young, like a Hope Hicks age or a Ivanka Trump's age. But she could also be a Kellyanne Conway's age. She can represent someone's daughter, sister, friend, or work colleague. And she's the source in all of these scenarios that I've called out. But she may be working on behalf of other people, or because of some other reason. She's become the source. Now, can this energy trust her or not? Trump trust her? Can Mueller trust her? Can Rosenstein trust her? There's serious paranoia about trusting someone. Okay. Now this source has delivered or will deliver, but I feel it's past and present. They're in process of doing this. They're still doing this, but they've done it in the past. This source will deliver news and evidence, or they will deliver information about someone's intention, okay? When they took action on something or when they said something. There's some he say, she say that they're being directed to tell. I feel like this is Rosenstein's story. I feel like someone who shared information on Rosenstein, oh, he said this and that, he was going to wear a wire, yada, da, da, da. And Trump is going to be looking into that situation in the White House, interrogating Rosenstein, maybe even asking him if he would submit to a polygraph test. Maybe Trump is interrogating everyone because of the op-ed, and someone who he does trust triggered something, and now he's looking at them twice. Right? I'm picking up the wrong card, sorry. Now he's looking at them twice. And then someone is just recording his crazy, his freaking mental crazy. And it's making me crazy. Give me a minute to reorient and see where I'm at. This person is relaying information, right, to either Trump, Mueller, or Rosenstein about Trump, Mueller, or Rosenstein. And this news comes in an underhanding way or through backdoor channels. This is something someone did in the past and they are currently doing. So the person here is thinking to themselves about the trustworthiness of this person. And are they coming from a malicious place? I have a malicious blonde here. If you look at the cards, look at the Queen of Wands. She's pointing here and she's pointing down here. So she's telling us where the source of the issue is. Why she's doing what she's doing. Who that's connected to. And she's telling us who she may be or what else it might be connected to. And we have Speranza here. Speranza means hope in reverse in English, and reverse, maybe Hope Hicks has flipped. Maybe the malicious blonde is Stormy Daniels. Maybe the malicious blonde is Ivanka because she doesn't want her husband to go to jail or her brother to go to jail. This person, maybe Kellyanne Conway, because she doesn't want Rosenstein to evoke the 25th Amendment. There's so many plots and schemes here, guys. This stuff is so hard to read because it's so draining, all of this crap. But it's just conspiracy after conspiracy after conspiracy. It's just webs of lies and deceitful people. And you don't know who to trust, and Trump doesn't know who to trust anymore either. Rosenstein doesn't trust some blonde, and Mueller doesn't trust some blonde. Or this blonde was involved in a backdoor delivery of evidence, classified information. Maybe she has some involvement with that. This traitor here. Starting to get lost in the reading. I'm starting to lose where I'm at. So hang on, guys. I'm determined to finish this reading. I've been trying all morning. I feel like Trump, Rosenstein, and Mueller are all being questioned. Their fitness, their intent behind their actions. And like I said, as a shared energy between all of them, there are interrogations, lie detector tests being taken, a lot of finger pointing, and a lot of denials. See all the finger pointing? Perhaps this person here is noticing the unfitness of this person here. We'll say that's Trump. And they are actually absorbing and recording their words, their actions, their manic behavior. And they're going to double cross them. They're in a position of trust right now. But they're going to be either leaking this information or selling this information. Because this person is facing prison. So I always say, I've always seen someone in Trump's family double crossing him. She's already done it, and she's in the process of still doing it. So, but I feel like Trump is aware now that this person is double crossing them. He has some sort of sense of awareness that there's a double cross. Okay. But that could just be because his manic behavior, his persecution mania is getting out of hand. All right. Because next to this card we have the sickness card reversed. And this involves the reason why this event is happening is that someone's thoughts and their thinking pattern is out of whack, and there's a move to halt or stop them from either their life's ambitions, plans, and goals, or their livelihood. Right. So it's all shared energy. This is Trump wanting to make a move to stop Rosenstein, to stop the investigation. This is possibly the conspiracy that there's a deep state that wants to stop and halt Trump from continuing on with his presidency and calling out the 25th Amendment. Again, is it real, or is it all just crazy? Is this just a spin? Is this just what's going on here? It's whoever this is, they feel daunted and held back, or they are daunting and holding back. And feel depressed and have low vibration. They may be thinking about giving up or taking the coward's way out. So Rosenstein might be thinking of resigning or giving up. Trump might be thinking that too. I think I saw that in a reading a few weeks ago. Someone might be thinking of turning themselves in, maybe. I'm the source. But something is holding them back. But they feel like there's a loss of confidence in them now. They're afraid of losing fame and clout. They're afraid of losing their good name. If this keeps going the way it's going, they're going to end up smeared and dishonored and separated from the people and the job that they love. They feel surrounded by backstabbers, gossipers, and bad energy. And this person may even feel literally haunted by bad spirits, or they're haunted by the possibility of a bad future. I feel like that's Rosenstein. That he's really, really worried about where Trump is headed, taking us, where these people are. So that's a lot to unpack, guys. And let me just do a few more. And someone is just so consumed with feeling like either Rosenstein feels like he's being sabotaged, Trump feels like he's being sabotaged, Mueller feels like he's being sabotaged. So all of them have to consider this crazy thought pattern, or this crazy man. And what to do about it. How will all of this affect Trump? What is his actions or reactions? We have the this is also the Denari card. Instead of it being a vault, it is a vault. It's a pharaoh's tomb, which would hold all of his treasures, but it's reversed. So I feel like if this is Trump's actions and reactions, he wants to grudgingly hold on to everything that he has ill-gottenly gained. And he even still wants more. He can't leave it. He may be thinking about giving up or quitting, or maybe instead this energy is playing out for Trump in that he just wants to bring down the vibe. He wants to bring down the trust and the confidence in the Mueller probe, in Rosenstein, so that he can, again, delete himself of this problem. And so that's part of the action, to hold on to everything that he has so ill-gottenly gained. He refuses to leave it all. He's greedy, and he's going to do what he can to sabotage the investigation. In terms of his interrogating everyone at the White House about the op-ed or about Rosenstein, it's making the atmosphere, this would be the White House. It's like a mausoleum in this deck. So again, it gives reference to archives and tombs and vaults. And for me, house in Sibilla means the White House, the inhabitants of the house, including the president, any institution of law, the country itself. So right now, as the White House, there's just, look at all these toxic fumes, all this poison energy, and it's just filling up the place. Everybody is sick and tired of these interrogations. Maybe they're being interrogated more than once. I don't know. It's just no place, it's no fun place to be. And where there's smoke, there's fire. There's definitely truth to the rumors of maybe Rosenstein did say he would wear a wire, but I don't think it was, I think it was maliciously relayed. I do think that the cards are saying that the mindset of Trump is no rumor. There's truth to that. He's not fit. And any rumors that there are that he wants to replace Rosenstein so that he can get rid of Mueller, or obstruct the Mueller probe, the Russian probe, then there's truth to that. I also feel like the cards are talking about Pecker's evidence on Trump in the Pecker vault, American Media Vault, and because there's a leaker here and there's a source, and who's doing this? And then this card here is saying that someone is reluctantly unable to help you, meaning they want to help you, they want to protect you. When the house card is upright, it's a card of protection, ultimate protection, safety, and security, but it's reversed, so there's instability and there's vulnerability. I can't protect you anymore, or we're not safe. So let that be a collective meaning for you guys. But I feel like it's saying that somebody who was protecting the vault, protecting Trump's bank records, is not going to be able to do it anymore. So I think that some records are going to be released. Remember, if this were regular Sibilla, it would be this card. So it's a bank, it's a vault. And next to the house card, the bank card means, next to the house card, the bank card can mean a literal bank. So I think we could be talking about Deutsche Bank here. I think maybe there's some character here who was withholding evidence, but they can't do it anymore. This could also be Pecker. He was withholding evidence, but he's going to have to unseal the vault. It's open here. Or something comes out of it. As a result of that, Trump's actions or reactions to any of these things that could be happening will be to destroy, to ruin, to bankrupt that person or their company or their reputation or their paper. Because we have paper here and paper here. So Trump's neuroses is preventing him from trusting anyone, and he's beginning to display that big time. He may be turning his back on a close relationship, and that may be with a blonde whom he considers now to be malicious. Trump may be acting in a downright evil manner to anyone, maybe especially people in the White House behind closed doors. The White House is upside down, right? It's smoking. There's definitely truth to the rumors that the White House is a madhouse run by a bunch of incompetents. And if we keep going down this road, unchecked, if we could keep going down this road with this madman, with this unchecked, then the White House the country is going to be, and the institutions are going to become unstable, insecure, irreparable, maybe. But the cards are also saying that we're nearing the end. We're flirting. This card was here. I picked it up because I didn't want it to fall. We are flirting with the end. We're flirting with the end. We're flirting with, at the same time, we're flirting with disaster. So I feel like this is all going to start speeding up, this Trump saga. But it's still such a roller coaster of what could happen. I hope that you guys follow this reading. I know it was choppy. It had so many characters, and it was really, really hard to organize it, and I feel like I've missed stuff. I haven't told you a lot of stuff that I would like to tell you, but you know, I feel like we're headed for Rosenstein getting fired. I don't want to forget to say that. I feel like Rosenstein is going to be fired. I feel like that's where this is headed, for a dismissal, right? But as we flirt with that end, Trump is flirting with his own end. And as we flirt with Trump's end, we're flirting with disaster. So that's how the cards want to end themselves today. I can't do any better than that. Thank you for joining in. Again, thank you for sending the white light. And I'll be having a reading on Lindsey Graham this week. I guess I want to kind of apologize, because I feel like in the Lindsey Graham video, which I'm not going to re-record, I'm just going to post it, I feel like I might have been a little obnoxious in my attitude. I said some things about Lindsey Graham and about some of my listeners who have decided that they don't want to subscribe anymore because I do partial videos and, you know, have started a Patreon channel. They're very upset about that. So I said some things about that. I don't apologize for the content of anything I said in the video, because everything I said came from my truth. However, I do apologize for the tone and the way that it was delivered. Might have, you know, might offend someone. That's not my intention. But again, I guess in an excuse, I just want to say we're reading about some really negative people, diabolical people. And these energies can have an effect on you, and maybe that's what happened. So stay tuned for that video, and I hope that you enjoyed this one, and I wish you all well. Blessings.